This is the Investing News Network, and I'm Georgia Williams. We're here in Toronto at PDAC 2026. Joining me today is David Grondin, President, CEO, and Director of TomaGold. Nice to meet you, David.
Nice to meet you too.
Can we start with your ticker symbol and what exchange your shares trade on?
The ticker is LOT on the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture.
Lovely. It's the first day of PDAC. I know
Yeah.
it's still early in the day, but have you gotten a vibe of like what investor sentiment's like, or how's it going so far?
It's great.
Good.
Everybody's happy. Everybody's upbeat. Let's make something going on like that. It's a good vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, price of commodity helps, right? So.
I was just going to say that record silver and
Yeah.
gold prices can, make a lot of people happy.
Yeah, a lot of companies raise money too, so it can help smooth things up a bit.
Absolutely. TomaGold is an exploration and development company focused in Canada.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about your asset portfolio?
Yeah, we are in Chibougamau, in northern Quebec. So Chibougamau, well-known jurisdiction, access infrastructure. So in the last 16 months, we have considered a large mining camp. We had already assets in the area, but now the flagship is called Berrigan Mine. The project has been there for maybe 50 years. And recently, the recent results have proven that, we have a new discovery at depth. It's quite significant. It's quite large.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to focus on that, even though we're going to keep a look on also the satellite asset because, it's a contiguous pack of claim, right? So basically it's a district.
Yeah.
But the Berrigan Mine is the main focus.
And you recently completed a borehole electromagnetic survey
Yes.
At the project. What were some of the highlights?
Well, the highlight is we found something really large and significant at depth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because the genesis of that discovery was because when we're drilling, we felt that we've missed big time.
Really?
Yeah, so we had the first drill hole, 9 and 10, and we visually was great. And then went to 10, 11, okay, not so sure, 11, 12. And after that, 13, the geologists say, visually it doesn't look good. They say, how can we valorize that? So let's do a borehole EM, hole to hole EM, which is basically when you insert the surveyor at depth.
Mm-hmm.
And then we keep drilling. So basically when we went to hole 14 and 15, it was spectacular on visual, but we didn't have the geophysic yet. So when the geophysic came, so to answer your question, so the EM came back and it was highlighted in the press release that it's quite significant, it's large, it's one of the largest anomalies in the area. So for us, it's a new target, it's really exciting, for a project that's been there for 50 years.
Right.
Always drill at the same place, but now we just went, but of course we took some risk, but it paid off, and we saw there was also another trend going on, so it was a good way to test it. So we're quite satisfied and pleased with what we saw with the EM, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great thing that you did 14 and 15.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, yes, indeed, yeah.
And what are the next steps in this process?
Well, next steps are, when we released the result recently, most of them were in the zone. Some of them were short of the zone, so let's say hole number 12, 13, or we stopped it because we didn't know it was there. Before the zone, there was a few holes like this. So the next step is short-term, extend 5 holes to go test that deep target, which will give a pretty good coverage of what's going on. So that's the real next step, finish the implementation of the 3D modeling. But that's really short-term, like we're going to initiate a drill program by, I would say, March 15-ish, approximately.
Oh.
So it's coming soon, so we're going to begin and get reinstalled and extend these holes and test that deep target that we just found.
The resource sector is off to a great start in 2026. We were talking a little bit about the commodity prices. Yes. As a diversified exploration and development company, how do rising metals prices affect your focus or strategy?
The increase of price of metal help us. I mean, it creates a good mood. It puts people in favorable towards us, junior, even but major. Now they're making a lot of cash, money, profit. Mm-hmm. But for junior, like it removes some of the risk of the thing you cannot really value. So the price now it's high, so people are more satisfied. They are more inclined to take a risk on junior, which was not there for maybe the last few years, right? Mm-hmm. It was really difficult to raise money for junior. So now with the high price of commodity, it helps us raise money, get ears of investors and brokers and bankers and even the common street. Yeah. So that's what changed for us. It creates a positive energy and people are more inclined to follow us in our stories.
And investors are increasingly interested in jurisdiction, and Quebec is a great jurisdiction
Yes.
in Canada for gold. Can you talk to us a little bit about what it's like working there?
But it's simple. You know the rules. You know what's your step, your permitting. Usually the flagpole doesn't move. You know what I mean? There's the law, mining law. You need to go your permitting, so you know what you have to do. It's a safe jurisdiction, stable government. So it helps a lot. Like you
Yeah.
just go, you just do, jump through your hoops and loops, and you just file your permit. So it kind of simplifies things. And in terms of access, well, it's Chibougamau, so most of the territory, in general, I would say most of the territory is really accessible, either by road, plane, hydroplane, whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of qualified people, a lot of drillers, engineers. So Quebec, this is what it is. So the life is easier to work in a safe jurisdiction like Quebec.
Yeah, for sure. And, you were talking a little bit about your drilling that's going to start March 15th, which is super exciting.
Approximately, yeah.
What other targets and catalysts should investors be on the lookout for this year?
Well, we're going to go step by step. So the next 5 holes at depth is the deep target. Wait for the result to come back. From there, we're going to assess and we're going to expand the drilling program of Berrigan Deep or on Berrigan, but also we'll continue to vet, let's say, Radar, which is on the website, on the presentation. People should look at it. And Brassmen, where we want to take a second look at it also. There's a smaller historical resource on this. So we want to apply what we've done on Berrigan to these 2 projects because we think there's a lot more than what's been found so far.
Right.
So in the immediate short term, 5 holes. Then after that, expand more geophysic, more drill on Berrigan, always. But after that, start enabling the other asset to increase the knowledge and the potential of the others.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me today. It was lovely to speak with you.
Thank you very much.
I'm Georgia Williams, and that was David Grondin, President, CEO, and Director of TomaGold.